Hey y'all, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in and let's have some fun. Just try to bring y'all up. Creations. I gotcha. Hello, hello. There we go. Okay. I was like, I can't see comments, but now I can. Hello. So I had mentioned the other day, or somebody else mentioned on my live, that I should try to do a butterfly. And then the next day somebody did one and I was like, ah! And then somebody messaged me and they're like, can you do a butterfly, please? And I was like, okay, I'll do a butterfly. So I have started the butterfly. So I had done one side of it, but I will turn it over and show you the other side so you can see exactly where I put the zip ties. Now, so this is row 1 on the butterfly board. This is row 2. On row 2, there are bigger gaps. So I should have brought another one to show you. But what I did was I took my wood burner and I put in an extra hole here, 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 and here. So 4 extra holes, and then I just went and did shared holes on all of the rows. Okay? So if you don't want to put the extra holes, you may have to put more stems in that bigger gap, or run a thing of hot glue over it so that they don't slip out, okay? Because that is a bigger gap to try to fill and to try to get those small stems to hold, if that makes sense, okay? So then I took the butterfly body. Now I just did another coat of spray. I took the butterfly body and I covered it with Mod Podge, and then one of my amazing followers gave me some diamond dust, so I covered it in diamond dust, so that way we would get that sparkle when the sun hit it. Okay, so here are your numbers. I'm getting ready to cover them up. So grab you a pencil and paper, and while you're grabbing your pencil and paper, you can dance on the way to get it, because it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday. Order them, Amy. So here you go. Row 1 gets nothing. Unless you want to make it bigger, then you go right ahead. Row 2 is the purple. It gets 38 stems. Row 3, I'm using the orange. You need 23 stems. Row 4, I'm doing the yellow. You need 24 stems. And row 5 is the purple, and you need 13 stems. Now, obviously, you can use any color you want. I was kind of just going with the rainbow. So that's why I did what I did. I picked the ones that I had the most of. So it is red, orange, yellow, and purple. No, you didn't miss it. You want this one, Jay? It's going to be pretty, I hope. So let me bring you down. I do have all of my stems cut. And let's see how it works and how it looks when we get it done. All right. So you need a total of 196 pieces, which is 29 bushes. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. You need 196 pieces, which is 29 bushes. Okay, so let's get her done. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with the purple, or I'm sorry, the red. And we are going to go ahead and get this going. I've got all of my pieces cut. Hopefully I counted correctly. Do you have blue for a body? You know what, Jay? I could probably paint the body blue and then glitter it blue if you wanted. Let me know. All right, so here's the other thing. I am doing 3 pieces, 2 pieces, 3, 2, 3, 2, all the way around on row 2 and 3 and 4. 5, we are doing a little bit more. I don't have the number for the flowers. All you have to do is put boxwood, turn me on. That's the name of the flower. Facebook, don't shut me down. And it should pull right up. You could do the bottom with the Dean Michael petal. Oh yeah, you could, definitely. Definitely. Hey, hey, hey. All right, so I'm getting 3 pieces. We'll get started and then I'll tell you about Tay. They wouldn't let me back, so I couldn't get any video, but we did have quite the conversation. So 3, 2, 3, 2, all the way around. Can you go outside with the glitter center? What you mean, can I go outside? What you talking about? Yes, please do a blue body. Okay, I will do one and send you a pic. So I dropped Taylor off and then they're like, well, you can't come back with her. I'm like, but I have to get video. I need blackmail video. They started laughing. They're like, ma'am, I'm sorry. You have to wait out in the lobby. I was like, dang it. And I was like, okay. And then they called and they're like, go ahead and bring your car around and we're ready to bring her out. And I was like, okay. And she was wheeling her out and she was just smiling. She was in hog heaven. And she was so, thank you so much, ma'am. And she like repeated herself like quite a few times. And I'm like, dang, we need to do this more often. She's being polite. And the lady started laughing. Hey, hey. Oh yeah, you can definitely put this butterfly outside. These are plastic UV resistant flowers. So absolutely. So then she's like, I want to go to Walmart and get some food. I was like, you sure? Because I can go back out. I can take you home and then go back out and get what you need. She said, no, I want to go. And that smile disappeared real quick. And then we get in Walmart. And I'm like, what you want? And she's like in hog heaven. Because if y'all know Tay, she loves to eat. can't tell it. She's skinny, but she loves to eat. So we're getting all this stuff for her. And then she's like, I want taquitos. I'm like, Tay, you can't have taquitos. She starts crying, y'all. What do you mean I can't have taquitos? I'm laughing. I'm looking around. I'm like, please, nobody see me. I'm like, no, you can't have, maybe in a couple days you can have some. I said, so we'll get some, but you can't have them for a couple days. Okay, can I have some ice cream? I was like, you can have anything else you want. So we got her some ice cream, we got her some Jell-O, we got her some, what else does she want? Oh, some yogurt. But it had to be the yogurt in the tube, and it had to be SpongeBob. I was like, no, you're not. But I was like, okay, I promised. So it was fun. It was funny. So some of these do kind of pop off. I save them, pop them right back on. Oh, gee, no. By the time we got home from Walmart, and I was putting all the stuff away, and I'd just given her her pills, so she's on 2 pain pills and an antibiotic. I need 2 there. And she just looks at me and starts crying. She's like, Mom, it's starting to hurt. It's like, I'm so sorry. The pills will take hold. I said, go lay down in bed, but don't lay flat. You have to, you know, keep a bunch of pillows behind you so you're not laying flat. She's like, okay. So I went and checked on her before I came live, and she was sleeping. So we'll see how long that lasts. Thanks for the stars. She wakes up. I know. I was like, SpongeBob, really? Like, we can't just get like strawberry or no. It had to be SpongeBob. How old is she? She's 20. She's 26. Because she'll be 27 this year. And my son is 28. So. But it didn't matter. Yes, I am using the shared holes. I haven't heard from Grandma today. I tried to call Mom right after we got back with Tay, and she didn't answer. So I don't know if she was driving or she was at the hospital and couldn't get reception. So I'm not sure. But she would have called me if there were any problems. Her pills as prescribed. I am. I actually put a reminder on my phone to go off every 4 hours. So I didn't forget. I know. I'm like, you ain't smart no more. She's like, what? I said, they took your wisdom teeth out. She's like, Mom, you stupid. I'm like, no, I'm not. All right, then we're going to do 3, and that is all of our red. Oh, there she is. You can take the gauze out to eat, but then you have to put gauze right back in. Unless it stopped bleeding, then you don't have to do it.
How does my nose stop bleeding?
If there's no longer stuff in your mouth. You can look and see if it's... Sorry, Tay woke up. Uh-huh. What are these flowers? These are called, I'm going to say it one more time, because Facebook going to turn me off. They're called Turn Me On, all one word, flowers from Facebook, or from Amazon. All right, so now we're on the orange, and we need 23 pieces of the orange. Oh, you had dry socket? Yeah, that's what we were afraid of, but I won't let her get dry socket. So we're starting with the 3, so 3, 2, 3, 2, alternating. Flowers for the cross, should have them tomorrow. Yay! I know, that's the worst. It was, well, she thought it was funny when we first got in the truck, but she's not laughing anymore. Kind of fluff them up just a little bit. Now, oh, let me tell you another thing that I did. So, y'all, on everything else that you've seen me use these flowers on, I have used the whole stem, just like that. But on these, I did cut it down. So I took these back and I cut it right there so that we didn't have the extra greenery, so that it would lay a little bit flatter, if that makes sense, because I didn't want these nice and bushy like we did the cross and the other ones, right? So I'm glad somebody mentioned that. So that's what I did do. All right, so go back to alternating every other 3 and 2. I offered her some of my smoothie and she's like, I'm out. But you can save that greenery, because that is a lot of greenery. That's a lot of money. Right there in that greenery. Save it and use it for another project. I hope so, Pam. I mean, you come up with these things in your head and sometimes you never really know what it's going to look like when it's done. But this would actually, y'all, be really gorgeous on a flower board, a large flower board. And then you could get all of the blue, purple, yellow, orange, red. And then what do I do on those? I do a purple glitter senna and then go out from there. So this would be a gorgeous pride, rainbow, anything on the large flower board as well. Three, 1, 2. Y'all, I'd see, I didn't count right. 2, 3. Wouldn't it, Jean? Oh my God, yes. So 3. So I need 5 more. I did grab them just in case I did miscount. So see, I'm cutting right there above that bottom green. that I cut and then flattening. Oh. So it's 3 and then 2. And then 3. So let's update those numbers because I miscounted. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, I did count right. I just didn't cut enough. It's right there in that bag, baby. What's the matter?
It's yours.
I know, baby. You can't take anything until 2.
What?
At 2 o'clock, you can take your pain pill.
It's 1:15.
I know, baby. All right, so there is the orange. I know. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have gone live. I thought she was sleeping. So now we're going to do the yellow. Okay, still alternating 3, but because these gaps are a little bit bigger, we're doing 4. So 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay. So 3. And then 4. I know. Well, she's got the Tylenol with codeine, and then they gave her Motrin. So I gave her both as soon as we got home. But now we need to alternate them. When I had mine out, and they were just going to take 2, and I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to take all 4 because I'm not going through this again. So, and I had mine out in the military, and they looked at me and was like, well, okay then. It's like, take them all. Yeah, she's got some, or she did have an ice pack in there, but she was sleeping, so I didn't want to bother her, but as soon as I'm done with this live, I'll go and see where her ice pack is. The flowers are from Amazon. And there's my husband. What the heck is going on? And back to the 4. You don't want to do heat right now. You want to do cold. And then in a few days we can do heat. And then 3. Look, I counted right. Woohoo! All right. We are actually almost done. There's never a dull moment at my house. Never. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I love having my babies here. I love having Monk here. And, you know, people always say, your kids need to move out and blah. And I'm like, why? Why? All right, so we're on the purple. Look how pretty. And just kind of fluffing them up. They fluff up really nicely. Okay, so the middle is the purple. And you can see I've got 3 sets here. So I do 5, 3, and 5. Because it's a bigger gap, and I wanted more purple. I didn't want just a few compared to the mass of the yellow, orange, and red, right? So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, where'd that one come from? And then 3. Right, Sherry? I'm like, my babies can stay right here. But if they want to move out, they can move out. I mean, they were both out at one point. And then when Hurricane Harvey hit and flooded both of their homes, they moved back and never left. All right. Look how pretty that is, y'all. Right, Joan? All right, now let's figure out. Now I am going to paint a body blue and do blue glitter for Jay. But this one I just Mod Podged and put, and I you can see places that I definitely need to touch it up. But I Mod Podged it and then did the diamond dust so that it will sparkle when it goes outside and that sun hits it. Now, I'm just going to use pipe cleaners and take them right through those tabs. The bodies have the tabs, so you can either use, right, Brenda? You can either use pipe cleaners or the zip ties, whatever works better for you. Yes, Sherry, for sure. My comments are starting to bounce, so I'm trying to keep up with the conversation. But they're bouncing back and forth. I don't know, can y'all see that? Or is it just on my end? Okay. So, I'm going to have to take my glasses off. I'm just going to bring those tabs down. And let me see where I want. Hold on, let me flip it over so I know where I'm trying to go. Okay, so they are the top two and the bottom two. Yeah. And I'll turn it over again when I get them in there. Trying to get the flowers out of my way as well. Maybe I shouldn't have, hold on, I shouldn't have tightened those that tight until I get the other two in. So let's loosen that up. There we go. Sorry, y'all. It's not wanting to come. There we go. Oh, because I'm pulling on the wrong pipe cleaner. There's so many pipe cleaners back here. There we go. Let me turn it over here. All right, now I can kind of pull this one a little bit tight. And then these will get trimmed down and put back into those holes. That way the whole board is nice and flat. And we can kind of bring up these flowers around. Trying to separate so that there's not too many flowers around the head to make it look like there's no separation. Does that make sense? That one wants to be stubborn. No. There we go. This one done. And you just kind of fluff it up. There we go, y'all. How many flowers for a round board? I do not remember. I do say it on my video. Too many numbers go through my head every day using these things. So there you go. Look how pretty that is. And it will really sparkle once I get a picture of that in the sun. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Let me go check on my baby girl. Make sure the tears have stopped flowing. Poor thing. So I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. You will probably not see me BIP. I will be in BIP tomorrow. And we will test out my overhead camera so you can see straight down onto my board. So hopefully that works. A red, white, and blue one for sure. I did try to find these same flowers in the blue, because y'all know I had to try, and I couldn't find any in the blue. So I tried to find them in the blue and in the black. Does it go by the pool? It can go wherever you want it to go. For sure. But I am making another one to go on my back door. It's these flowers, but it is, and I'm not sure if I have that box still in here. Yes. But they are the ones that I used in my pots outside, in my Talavera pots, and the baskets in the front. So same flower, but different stem. So I will make one of these to go on my back door and probably one on my front door. So, all right, y'all have an awesome weekend. BIP, I will see you tomorrow. Jay, I will get one of these painted and glittered blue for you so you can see what it looks like. And I'm going to go check on my baby girl. Y'all have an awesome weekend. Bye, y'all.